Hello everybody, my name is Alesh Eisner and welcome to the Canadian Money Talk, the channel about Canadian investing and personal finance. Please like and subscribe. I record 2 videos per week, so make sure you ring the notification bell to get notified each time one comes out. This video is about the 4% rule. Those of you who have heard of it, you know that it is a rule of thumb for how much you can spend in retirement. So the rule came from a Trinity study back in the 1990s where William Bengen looked to see how much you could spend in retirement and not run out of money. And he found that the best results were achieved with a 60-40 portfolio, 60% stocks, 40% bonds. And for somebody who's retiring at 65, they will not run out of money in retirement for 30 years. This is obviously significantly longer than the average length of retirement, since the average age these days is 81, while this portfolio would last you till 95. So what he did is he looked at historical returns, looking at many 30-year periods in history, and seeing what would happen to your portfolio at the end of each period. And what he determined was that if you have a portfolio that is 25 times your annual spending, or you can think of it as spending 4% of your portfolio, that is going to get you, with only a small percentage chance of running out of money, that is going to get you to the 30-year mark. And so how it works is that you look at your initial principal, and you can spend 4% of that initial principal every year, adjusted only for inflation. So you're basically doing the same amount and then you're increasing it by the inflation each year. And so there is only a tiny chance that you'll run out of money before the end of the 30 years. So the standard rule of thumb is that for the 30-year retirement, if you have 25 times your anticipated annual expenses saved up by the time you retire, you're golden. If you want to look out 40 years, then you should be saving 30 times your annual expenses, or alternately spending 3 1/3% of your initial principal. So that is the rule, and it is a good one to go by. Now, some variations to the rule exist. Number one, you spend 4% of your current portfolio every year. So this adjusts your spending up and down according to how your portfolio has done previously. This is obviously volatile. You don't adjust it for inflation, but each year you just see January 1st, what did I have in my account? And then you spend 4% of it. A second variation is a hybrid of the standard version and the 4% every year version, where you have guardrails or minimums and maximums, and you stay within that. So if the market does well, you reinvest anything beyond whatever maximum guardrail you had set up. And if the portfolio does poorly, you cut back your spending only to the minimum. You don't cut your spending beyond that, because then you're not having much of a retirement, and then you're hoping that in the future years your portfolio does better. Recently, with a lower bond return expected thanks to lower interest rates that we've been having for the last couple of decades, the rule has been restated and reevaluated, and some experts are now saying that a 3.2% would be a better percentage to use if you want your portfolio to last for 30 years. So that has been my take on the 4% rule of thumb that you have for spending in retirement. Obviously, there's very many versions of it, and people can obviously use whatever they want. It is their money. So if you have any requests on what you would like me to cover in future videos, please put that into the comment section. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and may you have a profitable day.